Yo guys, welcome to session 42 of Materia. Unfortunately tonight Jesse can't join us, but he did give a couple of us instructions on how to Jaeger him. We will be picking up just after midnight up at one of the fingerlings on the 52nd day of this adventure. It is a Saturday, the 20th of Windscar, 2068, post-Black Treaty. Essentially, last session, the group had picked up where they left off with this disco phantasm that seemed to have manifested when the spirits of Yusa and Dorian possessed Tommen. As seems to be akin to the nature of Tide with the crystals, there were wild magic surges and strange happenings. But the group did eventually manage to defeat this disco specter, and by happen chance, Tommen was not slain, but rather reincarnated into a form of a humanoid with craggy features, crystalline hair, more commonly known as a Earth Genasi. While his mental state is in question, the group did help him put his two comrades at the mills to rest, watched over him for a little bit, sent some messages back to Seb at the Adventurers League, made plans for potential people to come check up on the Olivine Mills. And then letters, there was also messages of the symbols that they have uncovered, to be careful when interacting with them, that the mills may be blessed, but it really is for dark ritual purposes. However, the birds are on their way, and in a few days, maybe a little bit more, they should make it as the paper bird flies. With that, the group did eventually leave Tommen at the mills. And headed about 2 hours on foot, where they made camp along the bank of where Davis was confident that the river would open up wide enough, or the fingerling would open wide enough for the river's maw to come. Having a feast of great gut pot fish stew, everyone bellies are filled, discussing, resting, researching around the campfire. A beacon of lights, small, faint, was seen, and then approached, heading your way. And as it did get closer, the light turned to be a lantern, which had to have been affixed to the river's maw itself, with its so named by the bleached and preserved maw from the Maw of Daggers, which was a giant crocodile which the Crass Menagerie had successfully slain. Upon first arriving to Green Hill, Julian greeted you, asked if he could have some food, and that's where we picked up. As a little bit of bookkeeping, since you guys are going to be going into, the shit, let's call it, I did, for the sake of, testing the system and all that, very few of y'all actually had item adjustments. I did post those items that we're going to try using an expanded list. Most notably, it would be Calisaur and Al, so Al and Cal. You guys don't have enough strength to properly use a shield, so you guys are downgraded to bucklers. It's just a 1 AC loss, honestly, and it frees you up with...
One AC?
Yeah. You're still 18. You're fine.
Not good enough.
Yeah.
Steroids.
Yeah.
Get that horse shit.
Yeah.
So, if it is in the big source document, it's still obviously a work in progress. Most of the things are the same. There's just a few more variations of similar armors, more to play since we are playing with encumbrance. I do want to, I want to use encumbrance, and I want it to be, not just like this. I have a magical pocket that I put all my stuff in. So weight is important. So that's that. It shouldn't be too radical of changes for anyone really. I know Kalasar has a sickle, which is in materia. It's considered a light weapon. Stuff. I think it's a finesse weapon. But other than that, you guys should be golden. Does anyone have any questions or anything before we get started?
I like how Baby Arms Al is, what, 5 pounds away from encumbered now?
Yeah.
4.5 pounds, it looks like.
No, I don't want the loot. I'm fine. I don't need it.
All right. Why is it not scrolling over? Okay, so forgive me. Y'all are gonna let me put y'all on the Olivine Mill page, and then let me put y'all on the actual page. Okay. So currently it is. We'll just say it's nighttime. The group has eaten, jumped on board after Julian had come down to eat a little bit with y'all. Put down the fire. It is probably about 1 o'clock in the morning at this point. You guys are on the boat, and it starts to, well,
Yeah, I'll like untie it off of whatever we've lashed it to and push it
yeah.
off and jump on and all that stuff because I'm comfortable with all that.
Mhm. Davis, yeah, you're a little apprehensive just naturally because of that whole experience with the mob daggers. But
Yeah.
this is a small enough body of water that you're confident, and on top of that, you have all your friends around you. So you do um, actually jump in the water and kind of give it that push to help it start turning around. And then it varies. It takes some time, but then it creaks and turns and all that, and you are essentially headed now back down the way, uh, using the current to your advantage now. And the boat starts heading. Fairly decent sky. Uh, Crickets chirping, toads are croaking.
So if I can pull Julian aside real quick, I'll say, hey, um, so are you familiar with the Olivine Mills where we said we were going?
I mean, not really.
But do you know this area at all?
Uh, I'd like to say I know it pretty well. I know most of the waterways around here.
Well,
Can't
so
say there's much reason for me to come this far north usually, though.
yeah, but if since we've done you, it's- as you pointed out, such a good favor, I'd like to ask you for a favor in return. Um, other than
Okay.
this, obviously, which thanks again. But the Olivine Mills, some things happen there, and they're having a bit of a rebuild right now. And if you could check in, I think the Adventurers League is supposed to be sending them some help in the next few days. So if you wouldn't mind coming back in like a week or so, if you haven't heard from us, and just make sure that there should be more than one guy there. Like there's one guy there now. He's an Earth Genasi. You'll see him. His name's Tommen, but he should be getting some help there. He'll need it. And if he's not getting help, I want you to raise hell with Seb and the Adventurers League and say, hey, the Menagerie asked for your help. What the hell?
Well, I'll see what I can do. Don't necessarily have the best standings with Seb. Uh,
Fair enough. I mean, would Amara be able to?
oh
Could
no,
you?
she,
Okay, okay, fair enough. Anyway,
she
you can
does.
swing it. You're a resourceful guy, cargo man. So like, I think you can take care of this for me.
I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate
I
it.
mean, if you haven't noticed, forgive me. I mean, if people are sleeping, I am transporting some people with me. We are going to drop you off first and then continue down the River Sly.
Okay. So maybe by the time you're getting back will be the time you can just go check in real quick.
Yes, I'm assuming, or I hope you realize that I'm not going to be waiting for you like I did last time
Oh,
because
understood. Understood.
we have no
We
idea.
know.
Okay. Yeah. So
We always find a way.
apparently, and
We'll tell you
it's
about it when we get back.
I look forward to the ridiculous tales. And I'm sure there'll be some songs to be sung.
Absolutely.
But it's late. I don't know if you need your rest.
Yeah, I better hit it. Thanks. You know, we got to stick together as men of the sea, or rivers as it may be in your case. So, appreciate it again.
Yeah. I will say, well, we'll see how long. I mean, I think it'll probably take us about 2.5, 3 days if we're lucky to get you roughly in the same spot where I dropped you off last.
Fair enough. And if you need a little bit of help manning the crew, or I don't know if this is crew you've got with you or whatever, if you need a little bit of help manning the ship, me and my friends here are more than happy to oblige.
I appreciate that. And actually, should have mentioned this. The food was good,
Oh,
so
yeah,
thank
no
you.
problem.
But there are a few. So the Hava sent came. I guess she got rumors that you guys would be using my
Right.
my uh sorry, one sec. Who's calling? Right, guys, that's odd.
It's Hava. She's like, hey, don't forget about that thing.
Julian, that'd be spam.
Corbin, what are you doing to your mic?
I always wondered, how does that sound? Have a switch to turn a mic on and off? But if
Oh,
I
it's a
touch
bit
it without
staticky.
switching it. Oh, that's terrible. I'll avoid that.
I mean, it wasn't too bad. It was just noticeable.
All right, hopefully we're not gonna have to deal with that much more. Anita's with her coworkers and fucking A. Sorry, guys.
Uh-oh.
Ba-do, 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 ba-do.